This is the 14th session of the County Council Committee on Agriculture, Water, Energy, and Sustainability. We're here at the West Hawaii Civic Center. It's April 15, 2014, and it's 9:47. And please turn off any cell phones, pagers, or anything else that might make noise. And disturbing noise. And let me say before I begin is that we're having trouble with the sound system at the other location because of background knowledge, and we have someone from Public Works coming over to help address the situation. I am going to proceed with this committee, and unless there's some objection from another council member, I will proceed despite the annoying background noise at the other location. So I'm calling this meeting to order, and in terms of roll call, we have Councilmember Rigor Lagon and Councilmember Kern and Councilmember Kanua and Councilmember Karen Vito and our chair, David Shimoto, and Councilmember Brendan Ford and Salary Poindexter on my left. And Councilmember Dennis Fresh-Omishi is in Kilo. And I want to make a couple comments in terms of the video conferencing. And I'm going to read, our rules require us to read when a council member is not attending in person, to read and inform the public. So, Fresh Onishi did send in a timely note to the council chair and other members. This is to inform you, I am unable to be in Kona for the committees and council meetings scheduled for April 15th and 16th, 2014. I am requesting to attend the meetings by video conference from the Hilo Council Chambers, so I may attend the Leilili Community Association and Keau Kaha Community Association meetings in Hilo. I apologize for any inconvenience this may cause. And I just want to say I feel that we need to somewhat tighten up our act in terms of attendance. When we did discuss the rules and made changes in them in terms of to really try to promote in-person attendance, that we said that the request shall be granted only for compelling, urgent, unusual circumstances, and specifically discuss such things as going to a community meeting. Ordinarily would rise to that level. So I want to say, henceforward, at least with respect to my committee, that I would expect that just attending a community meeting in the future would not that would not be granted and not considered compelling, urgent, or unusual circumstances. If at some point the council wants to revisit this rule and feels that it's inappropriate, then we can do so. But we spent quite a bit of time discussing this point and what the standard would be for that. So with that, I'm going to move on.
Point of information. Yeah, I just wanted to rebuttal what you just said, and I feel that council members should be able to attend their community meetings, especially if they miss one the month before. And so if you stick with this rule that you're saying that you cannot attend no committee meetings, that means I wouldn't be able to attend any of them in the whole year, and I wouldn't be servicing my people in my district. So what your comments are, I think it's too, you're going too overboard, and that we need to have that leeway where we need to help represent our people in our district and attend those committee meetings to understand what the problems are. Thank you.
I'm not sure people can hear you.
Let me try this again. The rules are as they are. We all knew what they were when we came onto the council. I think your position is reasonable. And there's nothing in the rule, or that particular rule, that says they would not be able to attend any committee meetings for the rest of the year. It is if they don't get adequate notice, or the notice indicates something that would not normally be considered an emergency of some type, in my opinion, it's up to the chair. And you have the right to say they cannot participate in just one committee meeting. That's up to you. But it doesn't mean that they can never again participate in meetings. So I take exception to the interpretation of Mr. Omishi. Thank you.
Yeah, and let me be clear, I'm not saying that Councilmember Omishi isn't welcome to attend this. I'm just sort of giving advance notice. I feel that we're slipping on this. Councilmember Omishi, you were not present at that pre-council meeting where we discussed this point. And it might be that in terms of your notice, where you feel that there is a particular urgency or compelling or unusual circumstances, that you state that a little better than sort of the sense that, well, I'm going to community meetings, so I'm not coming over to COVID.
And point of clarification again, I just said that it's the community meetings and not committee meetings for the whole year. Okay, so I'm saying that if we go by the rules, I will not be able to attend any committee meetings, any community meetings in Kilkaha for the whole year. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going every other month. So I'm coming to Kona one month, and then I'm staying in Hilo 1 month. So that way I can at least service my community in Kilkaha. And so that's why I'm here today. Thank you.
Madam Chair, I think we need to cover this at another
Yes,
time.
that's
Thank you.
what I was going to say. I think that there are extenuating circumstances, and at least attending something periodically. I give up a lot of community meetings in order to be here, and I feel that our attendance here is takes precedence. I get meetings to be moved to other days, where they felt it was really important for me to be present. Anyway, we can discuss it separately. I just want to raise it in terms of me as chair. I would at least like further clarification. I'd also like to say, if someone comes to the meeting during the roll call and then leaves for the rest of the meeting, I expect them to say to me some reason or justification why they're gone and not have, they're here for, a minute. And I'm not directing this in particular at Fresh. I just feel that we're getting a little slippery on being present. So I can tighten it up a little. Thank you very much. So moving on so we'll do that. So now we're down to statements from the public on the agenda item. And I don't see anyone here in Kona, but I believe there are 2 people in Hilo, and just like any of the other sites, if you have someone, please speak up. Not hearing anyone, I'm going to go with the testifiers in Hilo, and if anyone does arrive at one of the other sites, I request that you make that clear to me. Thank you. So, Hilo, if you would like to proceed.
First testifier?
I don't see who's there, so is there someone there in Hilo?
Our first testifier is Michael Hollinger.
Aloha Council, thank you for taking your time to listen to testifiers. My name is Michael Hollinger. I'm here to support Tom Slodge for his renomination to GMAC. I was a part of the original HUI. I believe we have 2 council members that were here when we had all the council sessions during for GMAC. Thank you again for all the work that we did to make sure that this was a reality. Right now, I'm sure you guys realize that our cultural resources are under assault. We have a huge population of our people that depend on the ocean and the mountain as the refrigerator and the freezer. Huge amount of the population that is spiritually and culturally connected to the forest and the resources are here. We need a reliable middlemen, and that's why we have GMAC to stand up for the cultural resources, to be able to turn to the state and talk to the state and be like, hey, come on, this isn't something that we want. And I appreciate Thomas Lodge and the work that he is doing for that. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Mark?
Aloha, good morning, Council. My name is Karen Marks, and I am here to support Tom Lodge's renomination to the Game Management Advisory Commission. Along with Michael, I've also been involved in this process since it was just an idea. It took about a year and a half to actually make it come to fruition, and since the Game Management Advisory Commission has been meeting, they've done a lot of good work. I would love for the council to check out the Game Management Advisory Commission and familiarize yourself with them and the work that they've been doing. I actually met Mr. Lodge probably about a year and a half ago at Mr. Fresh's brother's meet and greet in Ka'au. Tom Lodge and I and a half a dozen other people showed up, and that man was tenacious. I'll tell you what, he's very akamai, he's very organized, he's a good motivator. He actually brought bills to the meet and greet with Representative Onishi that he had written up and was ready to promote. So I think he's a great commissioner, and we should definitely renominate him for that commission. He has, as far as I know, not missed a commission meeting ever. His attendance is perfect, as is mine. I have cleared my schedule for the entire year because y'all put out the council and committee calendar a year ahead of time. That's really handy because then I know what days I need to clear on my calendar. The commission meetings are in the evening. So those folks meet from 6 to 8 or 6 to 9 o'clock. In fact, they meet on Monday night, I think, here in this building and by video conference in Kona. So if anybody's available, please stop in. They're a very friendly, happy bunch, and we get a lot of good work done. Mahalo.
Thank you, Ms. Mark. Is there anyone from any other site here to testify? And let me ask, is Mr. Lodge President Hilo or Pahoa?
Yes, he is.
Okay. Okay, that will close statements from the public. And Mr. Clerk, will you please read in communication 775? Miley, and would you please read in communication 775?
Communication 775, nomination of Mr. Thomas H. Lodge to the Game Management Advisory Commission from Mayor William P. Pinoy dated March 25th, 2014, submitting to the Council review and confirmation the above nomination.
Okay. Move to approve. For the
And file.
nomination of Thomas Lodge to the Game Management Advisory.
Right, and file communication 775.
Okay, making sure we've got Mr. Lodge's presence there in Hilo.
Good morning, Madam Chair.
Yes.
Madam Chair, members of the committee. This morning in Hilo, we do have Mr. Thomas H. Lodge of Council District 5 to the County of Hawaii Game Management Advisory Commission as Mayor Kinoy's nominee to this commission. He is a lifelong resident of Hawaii and self-employed in insurance sales. Mr. Lodge states that he is a Republican. He was confirmed to this commission in January 2013 for a one-year term. Hawaii County Charter Section 13-4C states that members of any board or commission appointed for a term of 2 years or less shall be able to succeed themselves for an additional full term. If Mr. Lodge is confirmed today, he'll serve a full term to end on December 31st of 2018, and he is here with me in Hilo.
Okay. Mr. Lodge, we would welcome any comments or statements you'd like to make.
Good morning, Council.
No, it's been an honor and a privilege to serve on the Game Management Advisory Commission over the past year. It's a great commission. We do a lot of good work, and we appreciate the support the council has given us. And this commission has made a lot of headway, especially with the legislature. We have people now that actually recognize us as a very legitimate entity and a voice that speaks for the people on our resources here in Hawaii. And I definitely appreciate the opportunity to be reconsidered for this. And I appreciate the job that the council has done for us, because it's making an impact statewide as well.
All right. Thank you. And are there any discussion among members of the council? Yes. Councilmember Wilson.
Thank you, Ms. Chair. I just want to say congratulations, and I wanted to ask you, in the Gaming Commission, as you mentioned, they have been very active, and I know a lot of great people there. I wanted to ask, from your perspective, what do you feel your strengths are for this commission?
Oh, yes, sir. My strength on the commission are, I've been involved in hunting issues and issues such as this since probably 1980, active in these issues since 1987. I've been involved in hunting groups on these issues, the Pig Hunters of Hawaii in particular, along with the Wildlife Conservation Association of Hawaii, which were formed as a result of the National Area Reserve System's activities in the Pu'uminar, or what became the Pu'uminar up in Kohala. I'm a hunter education instructor. I've been involved in hunting issues. I've been involved as a hunter for many, many years. And I've been active with the community in this area, extremely active since 1992 and active since 1987, actually, in promoting a lot of these issues and in support of these issues that we're facing even today.
Thank you, Mr. Raj. Thank you for stepping up, and I look forward to seeing your work at the commission.
Councilmember?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to say thank you to Mr. Lodge for wanting to continue to serve on this commission, and I think that the knowledge that you bring, having been there early on, is really helpful as they go forward. So, mahalo.
Anyone else?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Lodge, this is Jay Yoshimoto. I just want to thank you for your willingness to help. I know this is a very important issue. It's something that we need to get some things, well, not only done at the state legislature, but keeping the council informed. So I appreciate all of your help. Thank you.
If there's no one else, I'm going to say a few words.
Madam Chair?
Yes,
Yes.
go ahead, Councilmember Onishi.
Thank you. So lastly, I want to also thank you for your continued volunteering for this commission, and also, like you mentioned about the state legislature. And I want to thank you folks, the commission and yourself, for supporting and lobbying for those bills that were in the legislature this session. And hopefully, I think there's two of them, I think that are still alive, that that can maybe get passed, and that would be great. And then the last thing is, I think what I heard was that the state now is looking at trying to do a gaming commission, correct? And that's because of you folks' leadership. And so I want to thank you for all that. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Onishi. Anyone else? Okay. And I just want to echo the sentiment of others of thanking you for being willing to go to a second term. I think often on these commissions and committees, we lose out when those who have been on them don't sort of stay with it, and we have a turnover. And and I was impressed with your work with the state legislature, and just so you know, if there are bills that you're working on, please, I would be happy to help and write something in support of those, and I've mentioned this to others on your commission, but I want to mention it to you. And I do have one question. The last gate management committee meeting that I attended over in Hilo, there was considerable concern in terms of your ability to communicate with DLNR at the inception level as they were putting together plans, rather than it being, once we have a plan, we'll check in and see how, what you'll think of it. And I just wondered, are you feeling pretty good these days in terms of your ability to communicate with DLNR?
I'm having a little trouble hearing you, but if I understand your question correctly, you're asking, are we having a effective dialogue with DLNR? Was that your question, actually?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yes, ma'am. We do have effective dialogue with DLNR, and the issue is not so much the dialogue as the action of DLNR in relation to that dialogue. And one of the things that this commission has brought or the formation of this commission has brought to the DLNR is the fact that we now have a hunting organization locally right now that is becoming respected. They realized that how we got formed here was sort of a mandate, and as a result, they're now paying a lot more attention to us. So I think going forward, the dialogue will actually translate into effective management of our forest resources.
Okay, thank you, and please use us to help, whether it's on a county level or also to support you in your state level work. So again, thank you, and I think we need to session unless there's anyone else that wanted to say something. Otherwise, Mr. Clerk?
Ms. Ford?
Aye.
Mr. Leon? Mr. Kanoha? Mr. Kern? Mr. Onishi?
Aye.
Ms. Poindexter? Mr. Yoshimoto? Aye. Chair Willie?
Aye.
Chair Willie, have 9 ayes.
Okay, thank you. So,
Madam Chair,
yes,
that communication 775 is passed. Motion to adjourn.
well, okay, can we, don't tell him that he doesn't, I just want to say there's no need for him to come back, but this objection. Thank you very much, and we hope to get reports of your successes, and we are grateful for your presence on that commission. Okay, and we have no order of resolutions, and we have no bills or ordinances. So, if I could have a motion to adjourn. Okay, then we are now, okay, can I do that? I vote is going to adjourn. Okay, so we'll dot the I and we'll vote.
Ms. Young?
Aye.
Ms. Ford?
Aye.
Mr. Leon? Mr. Kanoha? Aye. Mr. Kern? Mr. Onishi?
Aye.
Ms. Poindexter? Mr. Yoshimoto? Aye. Chair Willie?
Aye.
Chair Willie, have 9 ayes on the motion to adjourn.
Okay, thank you very much. Adjourn. See you next time. Can anyone from the other side tell me how the sound is, if there's any improvement, or what the status is?
In Hilo, it's still the same.
Kohala, it's about the same. It's better than it was, during the housing agency, but we've had feedback.
Well, the report is rendered.
In Hilo's the same too.
Yeah, So there's still problems at the other site with the sound. We are